POV Italian Cooking, where you see cooking from my point of view. Today we're going to make something that I've kind of been saving for a while. We're going to make fresh pasta. I've made pasta just 2 or 3 times, but I'll tell you there's nothing like homemade pasta. You know, the dried pasta you buy at stores is really good, but there's nothing better than this. And we're actually going to, in the next episode of POV Italian Cooking, we're gonna take the pasta and make ravioli with it. So that will be our next episode. But today we're just going to focus on the pasta. We're going to focus on rolling it out, mixing it, getting it ready to go. Let's get right to it. Let's take a look at our ingredients. It's this simple: flour and eggs. What I'm going to do, I've made pasta before using just the all-purpose flour and eggs. This time I'm going to use half and half. I'm going to use half of the semolina flour and half of all-purpose flour. The ratio of ingredients is real simple for pasta: 1 egg to 1 cup of flour. So what we're going to do, we're going to use 3 eggs. We're going to use 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups of the semolina flour. And that's it. That simple. So let's get started. Okay, first thing we want to do is put our semolina flour and our all-purpose flour in a bowl together and give them a quick sift. Now, the difference between all-purpose flour and semolina flour is really simple. Semolina flour, or double aught flour as it's sometimes called, is just more fine. You can use all semolina flour for your pasta. A lot of people use it for their pizza dough as well. I've always used all-purpose flour and read that you put semolina flour in there, it gives it a really good chew. Sift them together real quick. Okay, the next step is we just kind of pour our flour down on our workspace and make a little well. Now, I'm using 3 cups of flour and 3 eggs, and I'm telling you, this is a lot of pasta. I'll probably never use this much, but you know what? It's always better to have too much than not enough. Then you just crack your egg into the well, like so. Then you break up your egg yolks and just kind of scramble your egg in your well, and you can see as you mix, it's pulling in a little bit of flour. And that's exactly what you want to happen. Just pull in a little bit of flour and just keep mixing away. And this is going to make it result in a real smooth pasta. Just like so. Just kind of keep pulling in a little more flour and keep mixing away. As I'm recording, I'm kind of watching out the sliding glass door here because my dog is out in the yard trying to be a good girl and use the restroom while the cat sits and watches her. See here, it's starting to get a little thicker, starting to pull in more flour. And pretty soon we're just going to have to get our hands in it. Okay, now we're to the spot where we're just going to kind of push it all together and start working it with our hands. Still a little wet. So just keep working it with your hands. Pretty soon it'll just all start to come together. Like so. If you make your pasta and it ends up a little dry, and I don't know where my dog is, then you can just add a little water, but this is coming together really nice. You don't want to over knead your pasta. Another thing you do with pasta is after you get it all mixed together, you just got to let it rest. You got to let the gluten settle. I struggle sometimes with the consistency of my pasta. I don't know if it's dry enough. I just don't have enough experience with making it. Probably only made it 2 or 3 times. I just feel like it's a little dry. So I'm just going to add just a touch of water here. And a little bit of water goes a long way. So still awful dry here, but it's a lot closer because you want a nice smooth pasta dough. And this little bit of dough is going to go a long way. The proper way to rest your pasta dough is to wrap it in plastic wrap, put it in your fridge, I would say a half hour, 45 minutes. And I'll tell you what, that little bit of water we put in it smoothed it right out. It's the right consistency. Just slightly sticky is the way I like my pasta. That, my friends, is a good ball of pasta. Take your plastic wrap, tear you off a nice piece, ball of pasta right in the middle, wrap her up, refrigerate for about half hour, 45 minutes. When we get back, we're going to be rolling this pasta. Okay, our pasta dough has been in the fridge for about a half hour, 45 minutes. So we're gonna get it unwrapped here. Now, the important thing about making pasta and rolling it out, it is sticky. You need flour, you need some dry flour, and face it, you're gonna make a mess. I'm gonna have flour everywhere. I hope not, but just have a little bit of flour kind of on hand. Let's talk about our pasta press. I have an Imperial pasta press here. Don't waste money. Don't skimp on a pasta press. Now, I'm gonna be honest. My parents got this for me at a yard sale, but got it for like $5. Got it home, looked it up, and this is about a $100 press. That's about what you're going to spend on a good pasta press. Now, I do have the attachment that makes linguine and spaghetti. Today, what we're going to do is I'm actually making ravioli, a large ravioli. So we're just going to put this out in the sheets. So only thing we need is just our base. I have a really nice pasta rack my lovely wife got me for Christmas, my lovely wife and kids. I've not used it before, so I'm like excited I finally get to use it. So I've kind of got our area set up. I've got my flour spread out. Now, one thing is, this is not a one-person job unless you have unless you have like the attachment that goes on the front of your KitchenAid mixer where this is spinning. You can't really spin it and handle the pasta. You need another person. And I have that today. My lovely wife is going to assist us. So I'm going to get her in here and we're going to start cranking away. Okay, let's get started making our pasta. What we're going to do is we're just going to cut off a little piece. Kind of keep my flour close here because you don't want this to be real sticky when you run it through your machine. So just kind of take your hands, make it a little flat. Gonna be honest, we kind of broke away real quick and we were doing a little test to make sure we had got it wide enough and that we had our settings right and that everything was going to be okay. And now we've got this figured out. So now we're going to do it for real. All right, we have our pasta machine set to the widest setting. My lovely wife will now crank away. Keep going, baby. It just didn't want to get started in there. Now, the first time you run your pasta through, fold it back over and run it again. All right, and then now you never skip a setting. You always just go down by one click and run it through again. Okay, as you can see here, it's starting to come out into a nice sheet. Crank it down one setting, run it through. And now this is going to be the last time we're going to run this through because we want this a little thicker because I'm making a ravioli with it. So now, just keep cranking away, sweetheart. So there we go. We've got our pasta the way we want it. We're just going to put it in here and let it hang. Now, we're not going to do a tasting for the pasta. We're going to use that in our next video where we're going to be making a ricotta and egg ravioli. So watch out for our next video. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, but most importantly, click that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and ciao.